Are we really going to let Nic Scourton tearing his ACL ruin our defensive depth? Keep pounding, because a possible arrival via trade could bring defensive end Josh Sweat from the Arizona Cardinals to replace him. Their general manager denies the speculation, but analysts believe this move is inevitable. Please stay until the end, hit like, and subscribe right now. Arizona Cardinals general manager Monty Ossenfort confirmed he has no interest in trading defensive end Josh Sweat, despite rising speculation. After our 2025 second-round pick, Nic Scourton suffered a season-ending torn ACL, our pass rush depth chart took a massive hit that needs addressing. Bleacher Report analyst Mo Moton suggested we target Sweat to fill that void. But the front office in Arizona is currently shutting down every conversation. The truth is, I am excited about the potential for reinforcements, but I also want to pump the brakes a little bit before we start dreaming of a perfect solution. Is this just a firm stance to drive up the asking price, or is Sweat truly staying put? I find this entire situation frustrating because we desperately need production in the trenches right now. Could this change once the final rosters settle and reality sets in? Why would the Cardinals be so defensive about a player currently listed on their physically unable to perform list? According to Arizona general manager Monty Ossenfort, the team maintains no interest in parting with Josh Sweat, despite the obvious pressure mounting as Week 1 approaches. What nobody is talking about is the ripple effect this has on our front office, who now must scramble for options to replace the production lost when Nic Scourton tore his ACL. Does it make sense to hold on to a veteran who might not even be ready for the season opener? Maybe I am too skeptical, but history suggests that non-contending franchises often hold leverage to protect their assets until the price is right. From my perspective, this situation remains a waiting game where our team is desperate for any help in the trenches to stabilize the defense. So that is the official word from Arizona, but what does it actually mean for us on the field? The bottom line here is that our pass rush is dangerously thin after losing Nic Scourton. I have to wonder, can we really survive the early season without finding a veteran replacement for that massive void in our rotation? If we cannot bolster the trenches, the entire defensive scheme Dave Canales is building might struggle to hold up against divisional opponents who excel at controlling the clock. My concern is that the lack of veteran depth puts too much pressure on the younger guys who are not ready for those heavy snap counts. Are we comfortable heading into the season hoping for internal improvement instead of making an aggressive move? It feels like we are walking a tightrope right now, but let us not panic yet because rosters constantly shift before kickoff. Replacing elite production after losing a starter like Nic Scourton requires a high-level veteran presence, which is exactly why Mo Moton linked Josh Sweat to our roster. Getting a proven defender with 8 seasons of experience would immediately stabilize our defensive line rotation. And this is the part that gets me. Arizona general manager Monty Ossenfort is publicly shutting down any trade chatter. Is this just a classic leverage tactic, or are they genuinely convinced that he fits their long-term path? My honest take here is that Ossenfort is playing his cards close to the chest to avoid signaling weakness to other teams. If he stays in Arizona despite their non-contending status, we remain in a tough spot. Does it make sense to bank on internal depth when the market offers veterans who could start tomorrow? Honestly, I feel we should keep looking elsewhere. When you weigh the Arizona Cardinals' refusal to move Josh Sweat against the massive hole left by Nic Scourton's injury, the path forward for our defense becomes incredibly narrow. And I cannot stress this enough. The front office is clearly prioritizing stability over aggressive midseason pivots. But is that really the right call for our long-term trajectory? While Monty Ossenfort is shutting down trade talk, I find myself questioning if we are settling for a lackluster season when reinforcements were sitting right there on the shelf. Can we realistically expect our younger defensive ends to fill such a void? Or are we just delaying a rebuild? I want to hear your takes in the comments. Would you push for a trade regardless of the cost, or should we stand pat? If you enjoyed the video, do not forget to like it and subscribe to the channel. Keep pounding.